Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good morning so far. Tuesday, July 9th. Market has just opened. There's the first 1 minute candle still playing out. Not even done yet, but will be in about 13 seconds. And then we will have the 1 minute open range here on the Three Sisters, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow 1 minute charts with volume weighted average price, 2.5 standard deviation bands. This is my power grid for the NASDAQ here, NASDAQ futures in this case. Daily chart, top left, 30-minute bottom left, and the 1 minute, 2 minute, or 3 minute chart. In this case, it is the 1 minute now chart on the right hand side. Just taking a bit to load up here. It'll come in a moment, and there it is. And you'll see the 1 minute has been set now. That's the open range top and bottom. It'll move out to the right as we move ahead here now. Unfortunately, Powell is speaking at 10 o'clock. That's in about 29 minutes, and so this market might be a little bit funny, hanging out, waiting to see what Powell has to say in his testimony. But we will just watch price action here, guys, together as we always do. Not going to jump into anything. Certainly, I'm going to wait until things play out here a little bit, some of the structure to form, and to give us a little bit of reasonably certain direction. And of course, nothing is certain about trading, certainly not day trading with these micro movements and intraday stuff. All right, I'll put you on pause, guys. Cut out dead air, sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments. Keep this video nice and tight, but I'll bring you back if there's anything to talk about or to teach, or any structure that looks like there may be a setup. For now, I'll put you on pause. We'll wait for this to play out. Back to the power grid. Looking like we're breaking up here, guys. Look at that zone break. Wow, fresh buying definitely coming in here. Not touching it yet. Let's go back to the Three Sisters. Bullish and bullish, but now pulling back on the NASDAQ. Still inside of the open range on the Dow. I will largely ignore the Dow during this part of the cycle, given that this is an index of 30 industrial stocks and a price-weighted index as opposed to the market cap-weighted indices that you see over here. Back onto the power grid, and nothing for me to do. Back on pause for now. Now this would be tempting for a lot of traders to just jump on board the longs, and maybe that would work. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hold back here and wait for something to develop with more filling or backfilling. And nothing for me to do here, guys. We did a little bit of a break and a retest here right into the open range on S&P. Dow is still weak and meandering, and the same sort of thing happening here on the NASDAQ. Firming up a bit. All right, guys, here on the 30-second chart right here, guys, buy stop order after that candle closes only. It'll go live after that candle closes. See if we can get 1 hour out of this and an attempt to go back to the prior highs or close to it, just way up here. I'll need it to break above. That candle closes in 10 seconds. Here we go. This is a 30-second chart, guys. This will be a break retest of the lower end. Not in this. I would need that to break. And I'm in, guys. I am in. I looked away. Actually, I might have got in right there. I have to check the timing on mine, but anyway, you can see the level. That is the level. I'm just going to shift it over because that's when I noticed it on TradingView. I was watching my own platform. Had some tech issues this morning, and I think I've pretty much fixed them, so we should be good to go here. Looking for 1 hour, as I mentioned. And now some might be asking, why would I be taking this trade right into this resistance? Well, a couple of reasons. This resistance was only from the UK and from Asia, basically the equivalent of a thin market for the NASDAQ. Remember, we're trading an American or US, certainly North American index. And that has less weight for me, right? This is all-time high levels here. There's almost no resistance. Nobody's carrying a loss here on the long side. And there's just air back here. Now, if this zone went back to, say, yesterday in the New York session, which was actually way down here, we're above that, right? It will be a very different story. Not all zones are created equal. So that's not a huge problem for me. In fact, the trail to my target has been blazed in the New York session. In other words, we went there already. Now we've pulled back, we've backfilled right down to I like this, right back to the lower end of the open range. And now getting back to where we've blazed the trail already, it's much easier. At least it theoretically should be, right? We'll see if it actually is today. Right now it's floundering. It's not really working out, but we will see. And there we go, guys. Pushing up now. Took a while. And this is before the news. Unfortunately, the news begins, or testimony begins, in about 3 minutes. I hope to be out of this trade by then. Not moving my stop to break even yet. I'm going to sit this one through. I want to give it some leeway because we're getting pretty whippy here now. And so obviously I could make it this a no-lose trade by moving my stop to break even right there. But I'm not going to. I want to let this thing play. Just to explain this trade again, guys, I think it's going to finish fairly quickly here. Bullish daily all-time highs reached today in the New York session. Trail had been blazed. Nice, fairly orderly pullback, break and retest of the lower end of the open range, which is better than the top end, and then meandering, and now about to hit targets for a nice 1 hour to start the day. And there it is. Thanks for joining me, guys. We'll see you a bit later. The news is only in 2 minutes. We're able to beat that and get out of here and now protect our assets. Have a great one.